Hello, everybody. It is a lovely Sunday afternoon, evening, nighttime, where everybody is. Thank you for joining me. I'm very excited to bring this series back to the new channel. Um, for my new subscribers, I did something called the Mystic Poet Society, which I will continue to do here on this channel once my poetry writer sidekick, um, Karen Care Bear Bard of Cards, is able to join us. So, in the meantime, I am doing the poetry by myself, and it will be under Indigo Poetica. And I'm really excited to get this started off. It's a little different, it's a little unusual, requires a little more patience um, for folks to kind of wait to get a poem while I try to write one out really quick. And I see we already have. So, first of all, Nancy is here. And Nancy used to join me, and I used to do the show also with another wonderful writer. His name is Jeff Bailey. We've had on my old channel, we've had Ramon share us poetry. We've had Lennon Smith also with us, and I'm looking to to bring back Lennon as well. She's an incredible writer. So, and Nancy, she's an amazing writer, and she told me she's already has a poem written without a prompt, so she's raring to go. And Jackie is here. Hello, Jackie, another young lady. We have to connect and do a show together. Looking forward to that. And Moira is back as well. Hello, Moira. And for those also watching on playback, thank you again. Ben and I cannot thank you all enough um, for having such a wonderful time yesterday. We just absolutely just were thrilled. Everybody was laughing along with us, and we just appreciate your support. And Ben also released a video, a little mix of shows that he's done with not just with me yesterday, but with other readers where they got into the laughs, the silliness, and just really a great time. So we just want to thank you all again for sharing that time and space with us yesterday. And we have something planned for next Saturday. Um, I don't know if I'm going to get into that just yet, maybe at the end of the show, but we will be back next Saturday. This time it'll be 2 p.m. My time, which will make it, no, yes, 2 p.m. my time. It's, I guess, so confusing with all the dates and changes. It'll be to my Pacific Standard Time, and it will be 10 o'clock his time. So that should make it what, about 5 ish for everybody on the East Coast. And really enjoyed your name that was. Oh, Moira, you just wait to see what we've got planned for Saturday, this coming Saturday. And definitely we'll do a show together. I cannot wait. Oh, yeah, it was so nice to reconnect with Ben. And at the end, I'll give a hint about what we're doing. We're going to be, talking about music again and doing readings, of course, but we're going to be tapping into, uh, let's just say, someone who is on the other side and see if they have anything to say. So we'll just kind of, then I'll add a little bit of a little hint, see if anyone gets it. I know PST, MST, EST, not to mention PMS. Oh, and all the others, Jackie, I totally get it. So, for my new subscribers like Jackie, Moira knows how this works. What we do is people in chat want to give me some prompts to write poetry. I can also pull cards and write a poem based on, whatever I get from the key words off the cards. I do have my glyph tarot, which should be absolutely amazing for this. I also have my Yule Tide, which also has, prompts on it as well. Plus, I have a couple Lenormands. And so, what I think I will do is, since I have 5 people in chat, so I may have a couple lurkers. Hello, welcome. And so let's get this started. Oh my goodness, look at Nancy right off the bat. I love those glyph cards too, and I got a really cool deck coming in. I was hoping it would be here the first week of December, but because it's I believe coming overseas, and I'm just kind of like cringing, hoping that there's not going to be a massive tariff on it. It'll be more like around December 20th, but I've got one coming tomorrow. I'm excited for, and I may even whip it out for the Divine Feminine tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see. And then I have another one coming on December 1st, which is similar to like the Egyptian style. It's a gorgeous deck. Can't wait. So let me get this partay started. Let me write Ash. Look at Nancy. Oh my goodness. Pushy, pushy, pushy. And Nancy, be sure to type out your poem so that I can share it and we can read it with everybody just like we did before. So I like that word, Ash. Well, of course, it's in my name and part of where I live. Nancy, I tell you what, you nailed that. So I started writing something this afternoon. It's a little heavy, but as with all my poems, I always rewrite and rework them until I'm really super happy with them. So I thought I would just start off the show with what was sharing with what I've written so far. And it goes a little something like this. You choose the eyes in which you want to see through. Handcrafted lenses to distort, manipulate, and obliterate. Pools of mutated colors, void of empathy, thick and saturated with malefic intent and hypocrisy. Your feathers fall into blades of grass. There will never be enough room on your epitaph. I probably said that wrong. Epitaph. Things on the tunes. There will never be enough room on your epitaph to describe the pain you've inflicted and the lines you've blurred, and once crossing them, leaving bridges burned in your wake, weaving a thread you've sewn a mask of snakeskin, pumice, and Nancy, get this, and ash. I forgot that was the last word in that poem, Nancy. So, I mean, are we like psychically connected or what? And with that ash, I tell you what. So, I already used ash, but I'll use it again. But that's what I had written, to kind of get this show started off today. Something fresh. I have a couple of others I think I've read before on the Sacred Feminine, which there will be a Sacred Feminine tomorrow. And if it's okay, Nancy could still use some healing energy, y'all. So if you can keep sending my Nancy some of that would be greatly appreciated. And Nancy is typing hers. And thanks, Jackie. So I have a bunch here that I keep needing to rewrite and to combine, because sometimes I get so many different ideas. So while we are waiting for Nancy to share hers, if anybody would like a poetry reading and some cards, y'all know what to do. Put the beat me in all caps. And we will get started. So Jackie, woo! Alrighty. And hello, Janet. Hello, hello. I'm not even going to go there from yesterday because if I start, I'm going to be, and I'm trying to keep this serious. But again, thank you everybody for having so much fun with Ben and I. So let's see. Jackie, Lenormand glyph, Yuletide. Well, let's see what we get. see, and I know you said, Jackie, I think that you love the glyph, so let's get you a glyph. And a little Lenormand. I see a smile. I know. Okay, no giggling. Okay, so let's take a little look here. And again, for those who are new, I will go silent. Some people have gotten confused over when we were doing it on my other channel. They would come in and go, "What's going on?" Because, I would be writing her, oh, Nancy's already got one here. Let's read that before we get going, and I'll leave that up while I'm writing. Ashes in the wind, scattered ashes white as bones, taking flight in the cold November wind. Do you travel to the forest, soaking into moss, helping with renewal in the spring? I tell you what, Nancy's a writer. She can write her poetry. That's beautiful, Nancy, and I will leave that up as I work on Jackie's. So, that's an interesting word. So I'm going to share what cards you have, and then I'll write a poem. Let's do that, Jackie. Let's see. See, I told you. Nancy's a very good writer. She's a poetess. So from the Yuletide, Jackie, you got poinsettia. That's not going to be hard to rhyme at all. Well, you don't have to rhyme, but. And on the card here, it says, cast the shadows. Well, actually, this is already like a poem, so maybe I don't have to write one. Just kidding, I'll still write one. Cast the shadows, scream silence at them. Dear witch, what lurks inside transforms into the most beautiful of beauty, which is that beautiful poinsettia. And your glyph card, my dear, is the Ankh, which is life force. So I'll do it this way so you can see the word, life force. And to go with that is the sun. And you got the sun card, which again, very similar to tarot, has to do with, success, shining light on a situation. But what's cool with this Lenormand deck, there is the writer puts a fun little poem. So let's go ahead and read that. And then Heather will figure something out here. Gypsy JJ, it's good to see you, my dear. I was wondering if you had known I had a new channel. So everybody, this is Gypsy JJ. She is a rock and roll queen. She's a star, so to speak. What do you mean, so to speak? You're a rock and roll badass, JJ. So everybody say hello, and it's good to see you, my dear. That's a beautiful sun card illustration. It's a nice one, yes. And so the poem that they present for that one is, I am success, hear me roar. I control your ego and charisma. I boost your confidence and courage. I bring victory and glory. But be careful not to get too cocky, or you will be burned by arrogance like Icarus. So that was interesting. So going to write a poem, see what I can do with these, and see what we get. But yeah, so Jackie, with casting the shadow, screaming silence at them, lurking what transforms inside the most beautiful of beauty. Take that life force that you have within you and channel that. And when you do, you will shine brightly. and those who are meant to be in your circle will gravitate towards you. But also making sure that those protective boundaries are up. So, because sometimes when we burn really bright, sometimes we attract those who want to kind of dim that light. Oh, there we go, starting to rhyme already. So, being aware of those who may want to dim that light or suffocate that light, or drain you of that light. Be sure to, keep those boundaries in place. But I love this, courageous wisdom. Hear me roar. Love it, love it. And booyah! Jax is here. Smack that sassy. I tell you what. So I'm going to do my little poem here. Let's see. Okay, so everyone's saying hello. Hello, Irene. So, Jackie, I'm trying to keep them a little bit, shorter. And then when I do is that what I like to do during the week is I'll get inspired and I'll rewrite them and maybe even piece different readings together. Um, but right now, this is what I have. And again, your card was poinsettia. Casting the shadows, scream silence at them, dear witch. What lurks inside transforms into the most beautiful of beauty. And so, also, you got the life force energy card as well, the Ankh, and then the sun. So, for you, I wrote red and green velvet, infused with Gaia's life force, drinking in the sun's gentle rays, like tea and honey, let your spirits soar. So that's what I have. Oh my goodness, Jax. Oh, hopefully we'll see. It may not be until next year, but I'm excited. So thank y'all. So that was Jackie's. And let's see. Be there or be square. Yes, this coming Friday, I will be joined by Val of Val's Dragonfly Crystals and Next Level Channeling. And speaking of art, Val actually last year or the year before, she actually bought two paintings from me. Val has always been very supportive of my art, and when I was on my other channel, she actually had did a show where she just wanted me to, showcase my work on her channel, um, and she bought a couple of pieces from me. So nice how that kind of just went right together there with that. So going to look to see if anybody else wanted a reading, and Irene is here and smacked it easily. and smacked it sassily. So, all righty. Um, that was the first one. Oh, so you know Val. Okay, Jackie. So that was Jackie's reading and poem. So, who else would like a reading and poem? Or if somebody wants to throw out a prompt, I have Ash, and maybe if I can get a couple more, I'll write one from there. But I will also be pulling from decks. So if y'all would like a poem card. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend. Why, Gypsy, of course. It's been like what, forever since I've been able to read for you. And I hope you're still touring. I still hope you're on the road and having a lot of success and enjoying your gigs. And of course, as always, rock and rolling out. We had a great show yesterday with Ben and I doing readings. We were pulling cards and thinking of rock and roll songs. And one of the songs that came to mind, I had the anchor card, and guess what song came to mind, Gypsy? Come sail away, come sail away. So, um, so yeah, I thought of you after the show. I was like, wait a minute. So, alrighty, Gypsy. Okay, what? Oh, we're gonna go for this Lenormand deck. I have a couple different Lenormand decks. I have my Marchetti. I also have the oops, it's not at the De Nuit Lenormand. Well, go ahead, Jax. Yes, 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 yes. Post, post, post. We're all about sharing here. So let's see. Alrighty, we got. Ooh. And what I like about too, with this particular Lenormand, they give you prompts. So you can get a reading, a poem, and then you can get a prompt to maybe write in your journal if you feel like at some point during the week. So let's grab a Yuletide. Oh, we got a lot of people sharing. So the minute I'm done pulling cards for Gypsy, I'll take a look at what she got. Ooh, nice. Alrighty. Let's see what Nancy is sharing. The sacred pause, the silent scream forgotten, shadows into rays of light, surrounding the soul with with love, a oh, and promise. Lean into spirit and heal. Oh, that's beautiful, Nancy. You're such a great writer. The silent scream forgotten. You have got this. Would have gotten so the where we go now for our open mic. It's all about the snap. So if you're saying stuff, people are going like this. So Nancy, you have gotten lots of finger snaps. And woohoo! I get to read Jax's work. What am I doing? Where did all my money go? My back really hurts. Girl, I'm not laughing at you for that. That's great. Yeah, exactly. I know a lot of us is hurting, so yeah, girl. Here you go. Um, let's see. She's back. Her daughter called and she went piffed. What? What's piffed? Nancy. What's piffed? That's really beautiful, though. The sacred pause, the silent scream forgotten. Shadows into rays of light. I mean, my goodness. Yep. See, we all got snaps. Oh, and promise. Yeah, lean into the spirit here. Okay, I thought I missed another part of it. But yeah, see, Nancy, lovely. Let's see. And Irene said, Jack, sounds like it's about me. So Jack's just did a collective for some of us. But really, I love that. Lean into spirit and heal. My word for 2025 is pause. Oh, I forgot about the words of the years. That's a good one. I don't know. Um, the word redesign kind of popped into my head for myself. So, Gypsy, you got from the Loman de Louis, you got the book. And I love the artwork on this one. And it says, the ancient book about to reveal its mysteries, which will prove valuable lessons. So this is about learning new knowledge, connecting with your inner wisdom, because like the high priestess, she is shown with the book, connecting with your wisdom and intuition and psychic abilities, making most of the opportunities life is offering you right now. Interesting. So the question of this is, what big mystery do you need to solve at this moment? So if that's something you want to, write down and take and work on that, that's the prompt they offer for that. And the affirmation is, I enjoy studying and learning new knowledge. My soul grows wiser. So I'm already getting books. I'm loving the words wiser, so let me write that down in there. And now from the Yuletide deck, you got bear medicine. And it says here, there is no tomorrow without the healing of the past. For in stillness, you shall find yourself right where you are. I love that. There is no tomorrow without the healing of the past. For in stillness, you shall find yourself right where you are. So, about being present, being in the moment, hibernating like the bears do, connecting with that. I love that. Bear and Selena. Selena is here. Hello, working on my paper for school. Well, you go ahead and get yourself another A, my dear. Go ahead and ace that paper. So, and JJ, your last one is from the glyph. It's about, you got the rainbow. And here's the card, the beautiful sun with the rainbow on the water. And let me see if I turn this properly. It's all about hope. And it was so funny. Come sail away. There's the water. So just absolutely book, bear, rainbows. Let's see what we can get here. Ooh, I like this one, Gypsy. All righty. I am in hibernation. Taking some time off. Yep. So, gotcha, Irene. Let me write over here. So, Gypsy, this is what I got for you, my dear. The books I've written reside within my bear cave, where I dream, rewrite, and await the rainbow of spring, where upon the melted waters of snow I embrace my words of wisdom with hope. So that is what I got for you, Gypsy. And again, your card is the book. And if you like to have the prompt, it's what big mystery do you need to solve at this moment? And your affirmation again, I enjoy studying and learning new knowledge. My soul grows wiser. And that's beautiful how it goes right into the bear medicine, um, because, our soul grows. We go within, like you said, we hibernate and we connect with ourselves. This is the time of year where we can go within and be still. I mean, it's a practice that we should do all year round, but during the winter, it seems that we're seems to be allowed, to be able to spend more time on that for ourselves. And the Bear Messick card again says, "There is no tomorrow without the healing of the past. For in stillness you shall find yourself right where you are." And again, your glyph card was the rainbow. That's why I was thinking about the melted snows of spring and how it brings us that sense of hope. So that's what I have for you, my dear. And oh, Janet, my hair is so frumpy right now. I got out of the tub, so that's probably why they're halfway decent right now. But thank you. Um, Hope is good. Thank you, darling sister goddess. You're welcome, and it's so nice to see you again in chat. I need to probably go back over to the other channel and maybe do a show and let people know that, remind them that I have the new channel. So everyone is saying hello. Let's see, Irene says, I can't write my word of the year. It's rude. Well, that's okay. So I'm going to take a quick sip. And again, if anybody has anything they want to share that they've written, I still have that ash to write, Miss Nancy, though I just can't believe that you put the word ash in there, and then that poem that I wrote before the show. Now this is a poem I wrote, y'all, before the show. And Nancy and I talked briefly backstage, but she didn't tell me what her poem was. And so her prompt for me being ash, and then I read my poem, and there the very last word is ash. It's like, oh my goodness. So it's like you can't make this stuff up. You really can't. So Irene, come on, Irene. Doo, doo. I know it's not the right song, but so Eileen, I say Irene. You did already, and I did. And Jack is here. Hey, Jack, Hobo Hideaway. And he's probably thinking, what is going on here? So, Jack, what I do on my poetry shows, whether I'm solo or when I'm with other readers who write, I do like tarot readings. Well, I do readings. I pull a couple cards, look at some of the keywords, and I will do a reading, and then I'll write like a poem really quick. And then during the show, if anybody has prompts that they want me to use to write a poem, whether to go along with their reading or to go along with just a card or just, to write on their own, I do that too. So you like that song? Oh, let's see. And I like this first card. I do. So I think I'm going to pull from the De Nuit Lenormand, because the De Nuit has the holidays. They've got kind of like Halloween mixed in there with Christmas and some spring stuff. So let's see what we get. Oh, he's so adorable. Irene, these are really your cards, especially where you live. At least the second one. Grab you a glyph. I love the glyph deck, but it's a little hard to shuffle an oblong deck, so they kind of, slip and slide. Slip and sliding away. Slip sliding away. Let's see, which deck was the bear medicine card from? Janet, that is the Witches of, wait a minute. Let me just pull up the cover here for you. Seasons of the Witch, the Yule Oracle. I am working on getting the whole set. And they just released the tarot, but it's only for Yule and Imbolc. And I'm like, are they going to make you buy a tarot deck for every 2 Sabbats? I'm kind of like, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. So, Irene, ooh. Okay, so Irene, your first card is Tranquility. And I just love it. Instead of Santa flying over the house, it's Witchy flying over the house. And that's something that used to be part of the, I believe it was Lithuanian Slavic, was Baba Yaga. And she was kind of known as kind of like their version of Santa Claus, because she would fly around in her cauldron and leave special little gifts of food or something to those who were good during the year. But here we got Tranquility, and it says, in thy womb of blissful quieting and calming stillness lives the world of worlds spellbound to the silence. Let me read that again. I used to watch that show when it first came out with the other guy, but then after, he left, I kind of went, but I hear that show's still on. So in thy womb of blissful quieting and calming stillness lives the world of worlds, spellbound to the silence. And look at that. Jax, what is it? You're the concierge of whatever people need in chat. She's my concierge or concierge. And so you're going to love this, Irene. From the Lenormand, you got the dog card, but look what they use for the dog. Isn't he cute? It's a husky puppy. So, and I know a lot of dog sleds and racing are popular up in Alaska and up in Canada. So I just thought that was so adorable. And he also makes me think of the movie Snow Dogs with Cuba Gooding Jr. Yeah, I think the dog's name was Demon, and how they could manipulate the faces. It was so cute. But you got the dog card, and the dog is about loyalty. Let's pull out your prompt if you want to write that down to work on for the week or to think about. So the dog, it says here, the dog shows a gentle polar dog standing at the edge of a snowy forest. Behind him, 3 other dogs patiently wait around a sleigh that they will soon drive. A soft and soothing winter light illuminates the space, or the place. So the Lenormand dog is a powerful symbol of sincerity, loyalty, faithfulness, and a long-lasting bond. When this animal appears in your reading, it means you're surrounded by trustworthy persons who will help you in your projects and your life. So this, with the tranquility, this brings you a sense of peace. We are the ones, I'm saying we're the ones because we have a lot of people here that love and support you. So we're the ones that gather around. We have that bond. And we understand and connect when it comes to having to sometimes step within and to find, like, going into the world of worlds spellbound to the silence. So for me too, looking at this is me feeling that Canadian winters, you going out into nature, you loving that nature, and finding that tranquility, that sense of being spellbound by nature and beauty. And so the secret question for you, if you want to write this down, is to what or whom are you being faithful right now? And the affirmation is I choose to trust and to care. I make sure my relationships are based on loyalty and authenticity. Click, 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 snap, snap for that. And your glyph card, my dear, is you got ears. And look at that. I think they used the statue of Lord Ganesh from the Hindu pantheon. And it's about, look at the word, listen. So going outside into the blissful quieting and calming stillness. So you're listening, you're going within, you're going into that place of stillness. And hopefully to being faithful and authentic to yourself, moving forward. So let me see what I can write for this. Let's see, words. Heather can't write into. All right. Sometimes the words come and I can't write, and my hands starts to cramp. You know. So can't wait for them to show up. All righty. So Irene, swimming in the stillness of the moon's sea of tranquility, I'm buffered by the soft falling snow, listening to spells bound by my whispered words into the illuminated shadows of the woods. So I'm really getting inspired. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I haven't written some poetry in a while, and your readings are really, really getting me inspired. So thank you. So let me take a sip, see if anyone else wanted a reading, or if anyone put prompts. And when I wrote Sea of Tranquility in this moon, there's actually a section of the moon that they, if I remember correctly, called Sea of Tranquility. And I was also listening to, while getting ready, my playlist of my favorite Sarah Brightman songs. And she actually has an album called La Luna. And I was listening to, and I was listening to one of the songs and seeing her dancing, spinning around on the moon. It was really cool. Oh, that is powerful, Heather. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, everybody. You love that, Irene? You're welcome, my dear. Selena, my dear, I know you're doing homework. Would you like me to pull some cards for you and write a poem? Let me know. And if anybody else would like one, how about you, Boo? It's a place on the surface of the moon. Yep. I've never written a poem for you, Jax. Let's see. Yep, Seasons of the Witch, Yule. And I'm tempted to get a Christmas deck. The only thing is the deck probably won't be in until about a week before Christmas. So I'm debating. What's this? Hee hee. I don't know. So let's see. While I'm waiting to see if anybody else would like one, maybe I will find one that I have written in the past. You got any more haiku, Jax, you want to share? So let's see. I don't know if I've ever written, here. I'll share this one. I might have shared this before, but while I'm waiting to see if anyone else would like one. Silver filament of light shimmers in and out of sight, a delicate thread hinting upon a world unseen, drawn through the needle of Gaia's eye, guiding us to see a lineage of ancestral souls, our matrilineal trunks that bear the weight of our branches, bearing fruit, blossom, and foliage. Through cycles of seasons, preparing us for our paths, our DNA anchored within their deep roots, we travel the sacred wheels of medicine, seasons, and the moon and stars, evolving like multicolored kaleidoscopic fractals. We become a part of their ancient maps, illustrated and guided with our own bones, cells, sweat, and tears. And they taught us to bleed, a power to harvest, plant, and seed, our bodies never losing memory of how we once etched, polished, and made the sanctified in her many names. The ink is now contained within the fountain pen we hold balanced on our fingers. We can write the sacred women of our ancestors from mythology, archetype, and oral traditions, and translate their sovereignty into a grimoire of our own spiritual evolution. That's a bit wordy, but I like that one. So thank you for letting me share that one again. And what do we have here? Christmas tree and what? Chestnuts? Chestnuts? Or is it root? Snap, snap. Thank you, Jackie. So let me find where I just was. Okay. I don't know if I can find where I just was. So, oh, my goodness. Alrighty. So, would anybody else like one? If not, I can maybe then wrap up and root. That is a root. Tree rooted. Christmas tree roots. Ooh, is that a prompt? Root? Ooh, I like the word root. Root. Maybe next week, if I have enough interest in this show again, I can come back and share things that I rewrote during the week, I reworked. So, but I suppose it's 3:50. I can always end with a collective. Let's do that because Heather's in the mood now to start writing. So let's use the Lenormand here. I like this Lenormand. So I like the prompts that it gives for people to journal on. Sure, Janet says. Ooh, of course we get Heather's favorite animal of all time. All right. But we'll grab a glyph to go with that. Fine tune. There we go. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. I will have to open my glyph book to talk about this because I kind of forget what it means. Okay, so, well, actually, I should probably grab a Yuletide. You got snake too last night? Oh, that's right, you did. And I know that snakes aren't inherently. Oh, that's well, okay. We got definitely a collective message here because out of the witches, I can't want to say witches of the season, seasons of the witch, tranquility came back up. So everybody, you know, this upcoming week, taking time to go within, finding some moments of tranquility for yourself, setting time aside to meditate, to sit and relax, soft music, a cup of coffee, sitting down with a journal, with something that you might, uh, paints, anything creative, or just sitting and being in the moment. And I'll read this card again. In thy womb of blissful quieting and calming stillness lives the world of worlds, spellbound to the silence. So going within, visiting those worlds within worlds that leave you feeling spellbound and in awe and beauty of life, of the world, especially during winter, when the leaves have all fallen and then that beautiful snow starts to fall. And so, yes, tranquility is what I'm looking for too. And let me open up to that page because, yes, girl, we got the snake. And in this deck, this is what it looks like. She's kind of like actually laying on it. I just got to notice that my tarot deck that's supposed to come tomorrow just came now. Sorry, I gotta go get that afterwards. So, yay! Sorry, everybody. So yes, she's kind of sleeping with the snakes. Hmm. And again, yes, snakes are about transmutation, shedding of the old skin. It's a sacred symbol, of many goddesses of early goddess um, celebrations and sacred connections and symbolism. In this deck, they kind of sees the snake as I do. So, snake here, description. The card shows a young girl lying next to a dangerous green snake. No doubt he bit her and now waits for her to fall into an eternal sleep in the middle of the foliage, which are its home. So she basically, you know, got bit and she's on her way out. But anyway, but the divinatory messages: beware, for the snake brings on sorrow, betrayal, and jealousy. I like how they made that snake green, green with envy. The last thing you should do right now is trust lightly without verifying the sincerity of the persons around you. So, Janet, like yesterday, this is watching those people that are slithering around, around us, that are like, smiling but hiding the fangs, showing the eyes, and then, hiding behind snake, kind of watching what people say, what people do, and not lightly trusting them. So making sure that, and I like, you're standing in a nest of vipers, so you must act extremely carefully. And so the secret question for all of us to maybe write down, to consider, in our journals are you really sure that the people involved in this with you are worthy of your trust? But what's interesting too, though, is with the snake, a lot of the different species, they're finding the venoms can help be used for other, cures and things, or medical. So they're finding, so yeah, again, something inherently that's got, you know negative qualities along with the positive. You have to have both. Jan says, yes, that makes sense. I saw keep your enemies closer in that picture. Not so close that they bite you in the ass. You know, one of my mother's favorite sayings to me was when I was trying to find something and it's like right there, and that was right in front of you. If that was a snake, it would have been you right in the ass. So that quote actually works. And the last card is the Shen ring, and that is the Shen ring, not my Shan ring, but the Shen ring, and is about protection. So the snake protection. So okay, I can see this right now. Your sense of protecting your tranquility, protecting your peace of mind and your safe space and your personal energy from those who wish to just, use you, sap your energy, that are not worth of your time. So using that protection, you know, protecting your tranquility, protecting your peace of mind from those, that are lesser than, kind actions or words or deeds. And I'm going to read up. Let's find out more about the Shen ring because I've heard that several times, but it hasn't quite stuck yet with what that means. And so the Shen ring is on page, what number is it? Oh, so it should be right there on page 22. So the Shen ring is a symbolic of the concept of eternity and protection. In circular form with a horizontal rod represents infinite time and cycles, reflecting the Egyptians' belief in the eternal continuity, continuity, how they type that, of life, death, and rebirth. The Shen symbolizes divine protection and favor, often encircling royal names and objects. Spiritually, it signifies cosmic harmony and alignment with Ma'at, the principle of universal order and truth. In Mesopotamia, the ring and rod symbolized divine authority and protection, often associated with gods and goddesses who wielded power and ensured order in the cosmos. Similar to the Shen ring, these symbols conveyed the eternal and protective aspects of divine authority, ensuring continuity and stability in both earthly and spiritual realms. Continuity. I tell you, whatever you need, Jax is right there. So let's see what they say here. Oh, this is perfect. Surround yourself with those who have your best interests at heart. Not these ones right here. I can't believe how this is just connecting. Trust your gut feelings. Nancy, this is for you, sweetheart, because we were just talking about the inner child last week on the Sacred Feminine. Give your inner child a hug. Remind them that they are safe and cared for. I love that. Alrighty. So a reading. I did a reading. Should I do a poem? Here. You know what I also thought of when I just now with the snake, because I was writing something in the poem. Remember the song by REO Speedwagon? And he mentioned in the lyrics that's is curled up like a snake and hissing. Oh, I can't think of the name of the song now offhand. But yeah, all coiled up and hissing. So, but yeah. Okay. I'm a sack rat. Okay. Keep on loving. Yes. I gotta keep on. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, your inner child is sleeping. Well, we got a poem, and we'll let your inner child go back to sleep. So, the snake coils within the womb of the universe, seductive, poisoning, and regenerating, circling into itself the Ouroboros of protection, spellbound, and shedding of false skin. And that's what I have. And I'm sticking to it. So, everybody, thank you for joining me as I bring back my poetry. um, Tomorrow I will be back with the Sacred Feminine. Nancy's taking a break from doing any further shows or lesser shows in the upcoming months. And so I'll still be going ahead and doing them on my own or with a guest at some point. And I'll be talking about the Kalak Bera tomorrow. Looking forward to that. And then I do have, let me grab my calendar here. I will probably do a pop up too because of my new decks coming in. But let's see what else I have so I don't forget. So between Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I know it's Thanksgiving on, but we don't have family here, so I'll probably pop on, hang out with people, and you know, if anyone wants, like a carpool or wants to talk about stuff, we can do that too. Friday, my Friday night sidekicks is going to be on a special time instead of 5 o'clock um, Pacific Standard. So instead of 8 p.m. Eastern, it's going to be 7 p.m. because Val of Dragonfly Crystals, she's going to be joining me. She was available for 4 o'clock my time, which is 7 y'all's. So she's going to be joining me for the first time on my new channel. So for those who don't know who she is, come on over, meet Val. And then on Saturday, Ben and I will be back and we'll be doing, hopefully, we'll see what we get, channel messages from somebody whose favorite color in life was purple, and that's all I'm saying. So keep an eye out for the thumbnail, and hopefully we'll all see you there. And thank you again for hanging out. We will see you all next time. And thank you again for supporting my poetry and my channel. I appreciate that. And Janet, we will be in touch. And so have a good rest of your night, everybody. Time for dinner.